today because you chose to be with Lifewave. And from my perspective, we got the best that the industry has to offer. So I thank you for everything that all of you are doing to build Lifewave. And if it wasn't for you being here, if it wasn't for all of your efforts, your dedication, we just simply wouldn't be here today. So a heartfelt thank you for being here and for being the leaders that you are. So you're about to see something truly extraordinary, and I'm not going to take a lot more time because we really want to get to the ribbon cutting ceremony, and we want to get you upstairs so you can see our beautiful new office and welcome center. But I do want to tell you a little bit about this. This project started about 2 years ago, and I had this idea that when we built our new corporate home here in Draper, that when people came in, we should have a welcome center, and not only should it tell the story of Lifewave, but people should have the idea that we represent future thinking, that people are stepping into the future. And not only is this an opportunity to tell people about who we are as a company, what we represent, but also where are we going in the future. So the first thing that I thought of was Star Trek. I've been a Star Trek fan since I was a little kid. From the very first episode I ever saw, the idea that Gene Roddenberry had that in the future, humanity comes together, we're no longer fighting wars, there's no more sickness, there's no more poverty, there's no more hunger, we're all working together for the greater good. That resonated with me when I was very, very little. And I believe in that future. And I wanted this to feel like Star Trek. So I went over here to Jim Caldwell. Now, Jim and I have been working on projects since 2005. We've become great friends. He's an incredible human being. And Jim is absolutely tireless when he sinks his teeth into a project. He doesn't let it go. And he just does everything to see those projects happening. So I want to take a minute to thank Jim for everything that he's done to make the Welcome Center. I don't know if they're here, but I also want to thank Jen Serrano and Ryan Larson, who were involved in the design of the office. So when you go into the lobby area and you come off the elevator, you'll see what I mean. They have just done a spectacular job. Our office is a little bit Iron Man, a little bit Stark Industries, a little bit Star Trek, all kind of mixed into one. So I went through this concept of the Welcome Center with Jim, and he said, okay, let me make a few calls. And Jim, because he had worked in LA, had been in Hollywood, you may not know this about him, but he's actually in the Direct Selling Hall of Fame for all of his accomplishments. Over $1.5 billion in sales in projects that he worked on, not even including Lifewave. So he started making some phone calls, and he said, I found the guy. His name is Doug Drexler. And Doug has been building and designing Star Trek sets for 40 years. He worked with Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, and he's also won 2 Academy Awards for his designs. So we got on the phone with Doug, and it was just incredible. One of the things that I found over the last 20 years is that some of the people that you meet along the way, because they've accomplished so much, they're very, very arrogant. But then you meet other people like Dr. Steve Haltenwanger, Coach Richard Quick, 6-time United States Olympic coach, Doug Drexler, an Academy Award winner. And they're the most humble, spiritual people, good-natured people, just want to be there to help and accomplish great things. And that's the way Doug was. And we had a meeting with Doug. We just clicked right away, and he goes, okay, I got the idea. Let me come up with some conceptual drawings and see what we got. And next week at our global conference in Dallas, you're going to get to see some of the journey that we went on with this office and with the Welcome Center.